I've got a Minolta 16ps Subminiature Camera, and because you can't really get preloaded little cartridges for it, at least at a reasonable price, I've been loading it with cut-down Kodak black and white 16mm movie film for the past year. Now, I don't really have a way to develop 16mm film. My Patterson tank doesn't take it, only goes down to 35mm. But I have had an idea. First, I'm going to need to load some film into the Minolta, because I have a feeling I might mess this up, so I don't want to ruin some potentially good photos. So it's fortunately a reloadable cartridge, so I've got a film changing bag, and it's just cutting it down and all that. Then it's out to shoot some test photos. Now that I've taken those photos, I said I had an idea on how I was going to develop them. So I've got this old Kodak photo sort of developing kit, and in that kit it came with this tank. And this tank it's an older style one, which has what is called an apron, which is just this plastic thing, and you insert the film around at the end where there's a little roll. At least normally. This is for 127 film. But I do have a way I might be able to get this to work with 16mm. The first thing I need to do is measure out 16mm from where these bumps are, because these bumps are where the film's going to sit along. Okay, so 16 is there, and then slide the ruler down to the edge, and that's about 22. I might put it to 25, maybe even 30mm depth. So 25 to 30mm depth for where the film is going to be. And then, of course, I'll need to get this tank and measure and fill it up with some water and measure it to the right depth. So I've got the water to about the depth of 25mm plus whatever this bit is, because the ruler doesn't start right at the edge, so that's a little bit extra, which is always good. And now I need to measure how much water that actually, or how much liquid that actually is. So I just use a measuring jug, pour it in, and we'll see, about 200 mils. Okay, 200 milliliters, and that's what I'm going to be using, 200 milliliters of whatever developer stuff I've got. So my idea is this. With the apron rolled out, I'm going to tape the end of the 16mm film right in by the roll end, and then roll the apron up and tape the other end as well, so it hopefully doesn't slip upwards. That will then be inserted into the tank, put the lid on, with weight and lid on, and just develop as normal, I suppose. Well, that was very fiddly. I used 4 bits of tape and I had to sort of trace it all along the edge, all along here, just with my hand to make sure it stayed, because it sometimes went a bit up. Hopefully it doesn't do that when I actually put developer in and all that, because I taped it at both ends, didn't tape it in the middle because I think that would probably ruin the picture, well, the pictures. Anyway, now it's time to develop, and I had to look up on the internet and find some people and forums, because I suppose you're not really supposed to do this. It's movie film. You're not supposed to be using it in your little still cameras and then developing it at home. But we'll see what happens. And also, my developer's old. I think it's just about expired, if not already technically expired. So we'll see if it works. Cross fingers. Okay, so I'm washing the film now, and I've already looked, so you're not going to get my reaction, which wasn't very exciting anyway. But yeah, I'll show you what happened. That's probably not enough washing, I'll give it a proper one, but you can see there is something there. So I haven't actually looked to see if they're proper images or if they're just black boxes for overexposure or something. I wasn't really paying attention that much to exposure anyway. It's just a little pocket camera that you just have the aperture settings. And I sort of followed them. Anyway, you can't really do thorough washing with this thing like with the other Patterson tank. I'm going to say that's good enough for these terrible images. Then photo flow. There we go. Yep, pictures happened. Okay, I'll hang that up and we can have a look at them. First I thought I'd show off what I actually did. And you can see that I just sort of taped it on there, and then it's sort of strung across. This was all rolled up, and again just taped it there, and it seems to have held it in the right spot, which is good. Anyway, yeah, you can see there's there are pictures there, and they look all right. They look like photos. So I'll hang this up to dry. So here we go. And they certainly look like images. There you go. And you can see on the ends where the tape was, it didn't get developed. So any extra photos will probably be lost. But you can see, looks pretty good, I suppose. Those are a little dark, but of course, the real thing will be when I put them through. I haven't got a proper enlarger for this, but I do have a 35mm one. I'll probably just cut a bit of cardboard to hold them in place and everything. Unless I can get a 16mm enlarger, but yeah, they worked. So I suppose that's good. What I did was just used a D76 Kodak sort of developer, 1:1. One part D76, one part water, and it was about 10 minutes. And then, rinse it, and what was it? It's some Kodak Professional Fixer. And I just used that for 10 minutes as well, just stock. And and then washed it and then photo flow. But it seems to work. But yeah, that was all what I could just find online. On some forum, someone had said that's what they did. Because, I don't think there's anything official stuff for this, because this is not what you're supposed to be doing. But there you go, it does work. And I don't know, maybe I'll try developing some of the other roles that I've got, that I've taken with this as well, and it'll, But I think the real test will be seeing if seeing with the enlarger and see if it works properly. Yeah, the pictures have actually turned out decent. Well, that's more test of a camera. But yeah, we'll see if I can figure out to use this film with my enlarger.